Thanks for watching Living on the Deep and trying to figure out if you've been wondering where I've been for the last month and a half. Keep watching, I'll let you know. First, I just want to say, I look terrible. There. First, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers for continuing to watch, even though I haven't posted anything new in over a month. I had a lot of health issues. I caught the flu, and then I was hospitalized for over 5 weeks. So that's why I had no videos. I actually had no Wi-Fi where I was, so I was using a lot of data just to entertain myself for those 5 weeks. And so I came home a week ago, but I was just so exhausted from being used to laying in bed pretty much all day long to coming home and, doing the mom things like, keeping the household running and stuff. I want to say personal and a shout out to my dear husband who did everything. He did mom and dad and came to visit me daily while I was in the hospital. So I want to say thank you. So for those of you wondering why I was in the hospital and oh my god, you were in the hospital, I have cystic fibrosis. So I do go in the hospital approximately once every year when I get sick. I usually get a lung infection. It usually starts with a cold. Yeah, always this time of year because this is when everybody gets sick. So typically, though, in the past, I've only ever been in for 2 weeks at a time. That's my phone. We're just going to ignore that. I'm only in the hospital for 2 weeks at a time. This time, after 2 weeks, nothing had improved. My lung function was pretty much at the same state or worse than when I had come in. So my lung function when I'm healthy is about 42%. And that means I'm only using about 42% of my lungs. And then I went into the hospital at 38, which is typical. If I know I'm sick, that I know that my lung function has decreased. It's kind of common that would happen. 2 weeks later, it was still at 38%. Actually, it had gone down to 36, which was kind of terrifying. Why would it go down even further? So then they decided to switch my medications to see if that would help to fight off any bacteria, because the bacteria is what causes the lung exacerbations or infections, and that's when more mucus will produce and plug up my lungs even more, and I have a lower lung function. So for about 2.5 weeks, we kept testing it every 5 days or so, and I didn't get any better than 37. So I'm going to say between 38 and 37% now is pretty much where I stand. And you probably hear my voice. I hear from my closest friends that they could tell in my voice that I sound really congested and sick. I feel better. But I do notice, like, climbing up the stairs, I feel like a little old lady. I get to the top of the stairs, I'm like, coming in from the car, I'm the same way. Actually, after taking a shower and getting dressed, I'm panting. So simple things are getting a little harder to do, like cleaning the house, vacuuming. So I'm getting the kids to pitch in a lot more, but I still have to get on top of them to get it done. Still doing the cooking, very little cleaning, just because, again, we're actually looking into seeing if I can jiggle around our budget and excuse me, and get a housekeeper, because at this point I think we can need it at least once a month to do a nice deep clean. Budget-wise, how was our budget for the month of October? For the month of October, it went well because I only got sick the first week of November. So I think it was like the 8th or 7th that I went into the hospital, and I was sick for 4 days before that with the flu. So October went really, really well. November, I have no idea, only because I didn't access, my budget is actually on my hard drive, which I have to move that to the cloud. But it's on my hard drive, so we couldn't track anything. I know my husband, the only way to pay for parking in downtown Vancouver in a certain lot that my husband was using, they don't take any cash. It's credit card only, so he had to use the credit card. But that's okay because we have the money to pay for that, so that's not a big deal. But I got home 2 weeks before Christmas, and taking the first week just to get used to being home instead of being stuck in a 10 by 10 room. And I did get to go out once in a while. I shouldn't say that I didn't. Even though I was stuck in a 10 by 10 room most of all the time, I would go out for coffee because I needed a latte. So once a day, maybe, not even, I would go out to the street and buy a coffee. I'm very fortunate. The hospital I'm in is actually in downtown Vancouver, so there's lots of things around. And the week before I came home, I realized, oh my god, if I come home on this day, I'm only going to have 2 weeks left. So I went shopping. The first block closest to the hospital, there is some shopping. So I did, I'd say 4 of my gifts there. I only have 2 gifts, or not 2 gifts, 2 people to buy for, my 2 kids. They need stocking stuffers and a major gift. So I'm kind of lacking in that. But I did most of my shopping beforehand while I was in the hospital, which was awesome, I have to say. I was so glad that I got that done. So as soon as I came home, I wrapped it all. So we're on budget with the gift buying. We're behind on the gift buying because normally I would have it done the first week of October, but I laid it off till November thinking I would buy lots on Black Friday, but Black Friday I was in the hospital, so I didn't get to do any shopping because I didn't have much data, and I was paying an arm and a leg for data. The data on my phone. So typically I only have 1 gig of data on my phone, and I upped it shortly after I got in, I think the second day when I realized that my room had no Wi-Fi, and I upped it to 10 gigs. And that was going to be okay, you know, $30 more, big deal. But then when I found out I was staying longer, I had to up it. I was almost out. I had 1 gig left. So I had to up it again to 20 gigs. And I almost used it all up. Before. Actually, I did use it all up because my rotation, or my cycle date is not the 1st of December. It's the 9th of December. So I think there was like point something. I don't know. It was like so many megabytes left by December 9th. And so I fluked out that way. But then because I wasn't sure how much longer I would be staying, I didn't cancel it. So I'm paying, I think it's like $180 for the month of December, which is a lot more. It's $89 more than what I was paying before. But total fluke. I took my daughter. I come home and she's sick. So I kept her home all last week. On Friday, I decided I'm taking you to the doctor. You've been sick for a week. You shouldn't be sick for a week. Healthy people aren't sick for an entire week. And I mean 7 days. So she's been coughing, coughing, coughing. My husband thinks she had the flu before I got home. And so we take her to the doctor, and the doctor says, yeah, she had the flu. It was a different virus than what I caught. So it was a good thing I wasn't home because I probably would have caught that and gone back into the hospital. But she's no longer contagious, which is good. But she has this terrible cough. It sounds like she has pneumonia. It's such a chesty cough. But it's all good. She's not contagious, which is great because I kind of sequestered her to the bedroom and I brought home masks, and she's been wearing that all around the house all week. So she's happy to go to school for the last week because the last week of school is always the fun week, right? And I was going somewhere with this story. I talk so much I forget what I'm saying. Anyways, so that got, my doctor's office is actually in a shopping mall, so we went shopping, and the company that my cell phone is with, we found out is having a sale. I'm not sure why, but they're having a sale. If you buy a new phone, it's $80 a month for a 2-year contract. Well, I didn't want a new phone. You know, Dave Ramsey always says, do you really need that $1,000 phone every year? And I'm like, no, my phone's 2 years old, works great, takes great photos. I have no problems with it. So, and I recently bought a new battery for it because my last battery wasn't really holding the charge. It cost me $12. So anyways, I call in, and they're going to give me that deal was for 5 gigs plus extra 5. So really it's a 5 gig data plan, but they're giving you an extra 5 gigs for this promo. Well, I called in because I'm not buying a new phone. They're going to give it to me for $65 a month for a 2-year contract. Great. I signed up, took care of it. The next day I get a text on my phone saying, because I've been a long-standing customer, it's been over 10 years I've been a customer of this company, that they're going to honor me the $65 for 10 gigs instead of 5 plus 5, which I don't know what the difference is. 10 gigs still 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, so whatever. But I'm not on a 2-year contract. So I'm quite excited about that. So at any time if I need to change my plan, I still can without paying any penalties whatsoever. And that's how I was able to before. I've been such a long-standing customer that I finished my 2-year contract and I was now paying month by month. And I could change it at any time and not do another 2-year contract. I could change it month by month. So I was quite excited about that. I still have yet to go shopping for 2 kids, as I mentioned earlier, and I hope to get that done this week. If not, they're getting a IOU in their stockings. My kids understand. They know I haven't been home, and they know I've been kind of rushing to get the other kids done because I don't think those kids understand quite as well as mine, even though they are late teenagers. I don't think they understand the degree of how sick I really am. So, that's been what's happening in our world. Love to know what's happening in your world with Christmas coming. Also, what Christmas traditions do you have? I may not be posting every day, only because I am very tired. And I also have a new regime for my medicines and things. Maybe I'll post that up one of these days. But I actually have nebulized medicines, which is, you've probably seen in movies where they have a mask and all the steam comes out. Well, instead of a mask, mine's just a T-bar, which is nicer because it doesn't bother my face or anything. Anyways, and I have to do it twice a day. It takes me about an hour and a half to do, which, woohoo! Plus, I'm also supposed to go walking every day, at least for half an hour. And I do go walking on Saturday. I'm a huge walker because I used to run. Remember I was saying in the summer I haven't been able to run. I should have known then that something was happening with my lungs, but didn't clue in. Anyways, because I walk now, I'm part of a walking group. I have been for over a year. We walk on Saturdays, usually 10K as well, because I have been away for so long and I haven't walked that long. We did 5Ks, 4.5. But I was really impressed. We did slow down quite a bit. The whole group slowed down for me, which I thought was really, really nice of them, because I kept telling them, go ahead, go ahead. I'll just meet you at the finish. You know, don't worry about me. So I was really impressed I did as well as I did. I do have to say, though, Sunday morning, everything hurt. It's been a long time since I've walked like that. My legs hurt, my abs hurt, my belly hurt, like just everything hurt. Christmas traditions here, that will be in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching. Again, thank you to all my subscribers while I've been gone. Don't forget that you can subscribe right here by hitting on that little piggy. And also, YouTube will select this video just for you to watch. And here's a playlist that you can watch mine as well. We will talk to you soon.